All right. Hello, and welcome to your Soul Sister Sunday. I'm Linda the Lightworker, and I've created this new series just to help us all during such uncertain times. And well, I was going to tell you about this thing, but I just want to jump right into our introduction. Today, I am having conversation with my soul sister, Aniiyah Clock, and she is an incredible medicine woman who is an herbalist. She's a massage therapist, a Reiki master. She is, she's a witch. And don't be afraid by that because there are all kinds of witches in the world, but she identifies as witch and I honor her path. So I just wanted to mention that. And let's go ahead and meet Aniiyah. So hi, Aniiyah. Welcome to our Soul Sister Sunday.
Hey,
Thanks for being
Linda.
here.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm so thrilled that you've decided to join us today. Um, so my hope with these videos is that we can throw a little bit of tarot together or throw some cards and then just have conversation around whatever spirit's bringing up for us. And I'm especially encouraging this with soul sisters whom I have done a lot of uh, double readings with, and you and I have been reading together for years.
Oh, yes.
So, um, so, so welcome. Oh, and that's Big Red.
He's very curious.
Yes. So today I'm going to work with my Gregory Scott Tarot deck that I just love, that my regular viewers know and love. And what about you? What kind of deck are you using today?
So I am this is my Simple Solutions Oracle deck. So this is a deck that I created from photographs that I took. And then I sat with each photo and I asked Spirit, what is the word, the basic simple word that goes with this photograph?
Mm,
And there's no corresponding book, because one of the things about Simple Solutions Oracle deck is that you already know when you pull that card and you see the picture and you see the word, you immediately have an intuitive download. And every single person who uses this deck has told me, oh my God, it's so right on every single time. So yeah, I love this deck.
that's awesome. I love that deck too. So we both have been doing our grounding down and doing our practice. So would you like to throw the first series of cards and let's see what comes up today?
Sure. Okay. Whoop. And it jumped right out. Oh my God. Of course. Wow. Okay. So the first card that came out, can you see that? Is
Growth.
growth.
Mm.
And I don't know if you can, let's see, this is all new to me, computers, but can
You're
you see
doing
that
great.
lighting?
Yeah, you're doing great. It's beautiful. I can see.
Awesome. So oftentimes when I pull this card, it tells me get ready because growth is going to happen. And growth can happen easily if I allow it, or it can be a struggle if I am really digging my heels in, or um, really holding on to a past behavior or a past way of being, or something that I think is how it should be, it has to be, and must be. And every time I have those shoulds about something, and I pull this card, I'm reminded that growth is going to happen, girly, and you can get on board, or you can hold on to the edge and thrash about mercilessly. Pretty
I,
much.
I keep hearing kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming. Yes. Yes. So, and I feel like in this very uncertain time, the gift is that we all get to choose to grow.
Mm,
grow in our compassion, grow in our listening skills, um, grow in the way that we respond to outside stimuli that might be rattling our cages. Um, and so I think that's the gift right now for everybody, is that growth is happening and it's
mhm.
going to happen whether you like it or not. So you might better get on board and figure out how to do it with grace.
Right.
And the second card that came out was the strength card.
Mm,
And whenever I pull this card, I am reminded that when I sink my roots down into the earth, I have the strength to do anything I want to do, need to do, um, anything. That strength is within me when I am connected to the earth.
is there a third card that came out? I'm hearing 3.
There is. The other one, can you see that?
Nope, go up higher. There we go. Rest. Is that what it says?
Rest,
There we go.
rest,
Yeah.
rest. Yeah. And so while we are growing and needing all of our strength, we also need to rest. You know, stop stop being so busy. Get off the busy bus, as you always say. Get off the busy bus.
That's it. That's it
To rest.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that busy bus is where people really um
myself included.
oh, uh-huh.
When
But
I get too busy, because I think I have to do something, or I have a limited amount of time to get things done, um, I tend to make mistakes. I tend to get frustrated, and nothing really goes smoothly. So
mhm,
when I remember to rest, and when I am approaching growth from a rested state, um, so many times it's just easy. It's
mhm.
easy and it flows, and I go, "Oh, that was so cool. Wow. I'm so excited that I know that now." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's really beautiful. What I love about your deck, and can you believe I don't have a copy of that deck? I really need a copy of your deck.
Thank you.
And let me just mention too that in the descriptions box, I have everything about Aniiyah listed. I have her website and where she has all of her stuff listed and her email address or whatever. And all the info about her is down below in that descriptions box. Um, it is that return to simplicity where the greatest growth occurs.
Yeah.
And your Simple Solutions deck truly um, emphasizes that. And your photography, of course, is magnificent. I mean, I can't believe I don't list you first as a photographer because
Oh, thank you.
your photography is unbelievable. But it is with that simple reality that as we are growing, I'll show my cards here in just a
Okay.
moment, but the message I'm really getting is that as we're doing this deep interpersonal growth right now, like that's really what's going on. This big growth is happening, and
Yeah.
the ability to step into our big growth and to uh, cultivate that restoration time. We have to we need the restorative time after we've had the growth period, right? The growth spurts that come, we have to rest or else we won't be able to integrate who we are now, right? I'm sorry. I hit your mute button by mistake. So I think you got to unmute.
How's that? Can you hear me?
Better. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's all good. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yes, I totally agree. We need the rest. We need to rest if we want to integrate the information that comes into us.
Yeah. So the three cards that came forward for me, so this is really important, I think, during this massive time of integration and transformation, because that's really what we're going through. We're
Oh, yeah.
going through this big time of huge growth energetically, personally, as a nation, as we societally are transforming and integrating. You know, I love your husband so much, and he is such an exception to the rule. But a
Yep.
lot of white men are freaking out because the system is being rattled,
Yes.
right?
True.
And so what I got, the first card I got here is
Oh,
this Ten of
kitty.
Pentacles.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Red wanted to join. Go
Of
ahead.
course, that red is all over the place. He's a kitten too. He's just a
Yes.
baby.
He's a baby.
So here we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is just a moment of time being captured, right? So the question is, well, it's not the question. I'm getting two messages. I'm getting that this period of time is being witnessed and painted down, like really like put on canvas as a time we will not forget. This is a, because this system is changing, that hierarchy of king seated surrounded by the women and children, whereas the women and children are rising now. And as that's changing, we step into the hangman.
Mm.
Now, the hangman, and I got a little bit of glare there, but hopefully we can see him, is the opportunity to look at life from a different perspective. It's throwing everything into sixes and sevens. Uh, it looks almost as if these angelic beings are blowing their horns while this man with his head upside down is becoming illuminated. So it's that transformation that is happening right now. It's that ability to have this tremendous growth that's happening and to be able to integrate it because there's so much stuff going on right now. And then the final tarot card was the Eight of Wands, which is like, listen, we're still going for it. Look at that arrow, just really hit the target. Like, it's happening, it's going to happen. We have tried how many times before? How many times have women done their uprising, or our African American community gone through their transformation with their, demanding their rights, their civil rights, which are certainly, of course, entitled to, and it was close but not quite the mark. I'm really getting we're on the mark this time. But as this major hierarchy shifts, it's turbulent. There, I got like leading to that, I got like all this chaos happening, like everything's going to get mixed up. So many different systems. It can be the changing of not only am I seeing that tower card again, but that hierarchy of thinking is being transformed. That's why he's on his head, and his head is illuminated because this is what needs to change. It's the thinking man.
Right.
It's not allowing that divine intervention. And as you and I know from all of our conversations about allowing that divine feminine energy in, it's not about a forceful movement, but it's about that flowing, that
Yeah.
easing and flowing. Um, Yesterday on our call, yeah, we talk a lot, whatever. Yesterday on our call, you were talking about that meditation you were doing of
Yes.
the breathing in that I am.
Mhm.
And what I was really hoping is that maybe you could lead us through a round of that,
Sure.
and and that we could invite the viewers to join in by closing their eyes
Mhm.
and doing this visionary breath work of how we're able to stay focused on the present so that that growth opportunity still happens, but we're able to breathe into it without the anxiety. Because as we're going through this tremendous change, so many of us are on pins and needles and feeling anxious.
A
So,
lot of that, I think, or I feel, is because, energetically, we are shifting. Like our cells are shifting into a new frequency. And
mhm,
when that happens, it takes us a little while to get comfortable with this new way of being. And
mhm,
so, even someone who is like, I don't know, like you would think of them as a guru or whatever, when they shift energetically, it takes them a while to come into that vibration. And so they may feel anxious or exhausted. I tend to feel exhausted when I'm shifting.
sure,
Um, and I also get really excited because I can feel the exhaustion isn't really the great word, but I'm like, oh, I gotta lay down. I gotta rest. The rest. I gotta rest. And when I feel that, I get excited because I know that I'm getting new information. I know that my cells are beginning to vibrate in a higher frequency,
mhm,
which I know for myself then creates a more loving person.
right,
So,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, it's that integration, I think, is what where that rest really
yeah,
is so important. Even think of little children. I can remember having growth spurt as a kid, right? And being so tired and then
yeah,
waking up and I will have grown 2 inches. I'm very tall. So are you. You remember like we grew so fast when we were
yeah,
kids, that integration, that allowing the rest of us to catch up.
right.
And that's part of it too, like with the soul sister community, like we are on the leading edge of seeing what's coming, and so being able to integrate that in that divine feminine way, that's so much more peaceful and relaxed, and
Yeah,
the masculine way is just force, 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 and
right.
that's what we're moving out of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let yin win.
let yin win, I love that.
I remind myself of that all the time when I'm starting to like try and make it happen, or
Mhm.
like I feel like I have to push through something. I say to myself, no, no, let yin win. Let
Mm.
yin win. Sometimes I even dance around the yard singing let yin win because I'm just such an interesting person that way.
You are yet another reason why I love you, of just embracing that divine feminine and
Yeah,
feeling free in
yeah,
sharing that part of yourself with the
yeah,
universe, with God, with nature, with the spirit, the fairies and all the little
totally.
creatures that are out there. It is sharing that energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, would you like to do that
I
breath?
would.
How about now? Do you think now's a good time to do
Perfect.
that? Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
So just gently let your eyes rest and take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And breathe out. Feel yourself grounded into your body. And on your next in breath, say to yourself, either quietly in your head or out loud, I am. I am. And then as you exhale, say to yourself, safe, safe. I am safe. And the next word will be sovereign. So you breathe in, I am. sovereign. I am sovereign. And the next word is light. Breathe in, I am. And exhale, light. So it's the three part words. So I am safe. I am sovereign. I am light. And you are.
We got to come back. I disappeared there. I checked out. Woof. That's some good medicine. I mean, even you look more rosy than before. It's almost like I know you're in your purple room. There are a lot of purple rooms in your house, which I love.
There
But
are.
I mean, you're just radiating even more beautifully than
When
before.
I remember to do this, which I actually do often,
Yeah.
um, I always feel like I'm home. Like, oh yeah, here I am. Here I am. Here I am. I'm
Mm,
coming back. I'm here. I'm centered. I'm connected to my heart. I am light and I am radiating that out to everyone.
yeah.
No exceptions. You know, I
Yeah.
remind myself like the oak tree shares its shade with everybody. It doesn't
Mm,
say, "Oh no, no. You don't believe this so you can't sit under my shade." It says, "No, come. Come. Sit under my shade and be cool."
mm. So beautiful. Oh, Naya, thank you so much. I just
You're welcome.
really, really appreciate it. Um, before and we never know how long these recordings are going to go.
True.
So
Yeah.
before we sign off, I just wanted to check in and see if there's anything else that you felt needed to come out, or if there's anything you wanted to say, or just give you this
I love this. I love this. And I am excited that you're starting this series. I think it's wonderful.
oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know what's yeah, I do too. It gives me so many times I'm in dialogue with my soul sisters, and I'm really hoping this leads to a podcast eventually. Is really like
nice.
even like with yesterday's, like it's growing into something else where we're taking all these different disciplines and
Right.
putting it in one place, but allowing that to grow so that when we have our conversations, I always get so much out of it. And I think, why couldn't I share this? I can't remember everything we said. And like, I always want to share the info. So that's why I really just was called to do this. So thank you. I know you're going to be a regular guest on this
Oh,
little
yes.
platform.
Oh, yes.
Um, but let's give a shout out again to your website, which is,
Clockwisecreations.com.
that's right.
It's
And all the
K
info. Mm.
L O C K W I S E C R E A T I O N S.com.
And I'll have that link right in the descriptions box. So please go check it out. She's an incredible, listen, we haven't even talked about the medicine she does. I mean, she
Thank
makes incredible elderberry syrups and everything for immunity to boost the immunity system, especially when we have all these uncertain times. So please, she sells out quickly. So be sure and check out her website if you are interested in natural remedies. I take everything she makes. So anyway, I'm pretty darn healthy. So um, I'm just a little bit of testimonial here.
you. Thank you.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for popping in and being a part of this. Please check out my daily videos and do all those YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe, all of that. And Anaya, hang on. We're going to end the recording here. And
I'll let
and
you see Kitty. He's been
oh
sitting
yeah,
up here. He's been
Oh my gosh, look at that baby. Can you believe this cat is only like 16 weeks old? He's a Maine Coon. And
Can you hear him purring?
I see him smiling.
He sat up here our whole videoing. He sat right there.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, I know we can create some incredible energies together. So he's
Yeah.
attracted to that. Plus, he's Aniiyah and I are both lions. So I'm
Yeah.
sure that had something to do with it too.
I think so.
Okay, everybody, thanks for popping in. You hold steady there. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what I can do here. All right.